Premier Ford came to the First Minister's meeting in Montreal with clear priorities. He wants to make sure that Open for Business is not only a message being heard in Ontario, but right across the country.
We all have to work together. We have to tear down the internal trade barriers that we're facing right now. We've always said it's a lot easier to trade south of the border than it is within our own country. We want to work together and make sure that we talk about things that matter, and that's jobs, lowering taxes, creating an atmosphere for each province to thrive.
Premier Ford had a busy day of bilateral meetings, starting with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
It was an interesting meeting. We want to work collaboratively with our federal partners there and again, make Ontario open for business.
Later in the afternoon, Premier Ford held a trilateral meeting with Saskatchewan Premier Scott Moe and newly elected New Brunswick Premier Blaine Higgs. All three premiers are united in fighting the federal government's job-killing carbon tax.
The federal government has no constitutional authority to be enacting a carbon tax on Canadian families. We've believed that since day one. We're taking that to court, as is Ontario, as is New Brunswick.
It's unfortunate that this is going to be imposed upon us. I mean, I ran against a no carbon tax, and we are committed to meeting our emission standards in New Brunswick, and we will.
Ford, Moe and Higgs are all optimistic for the First Minister's meeting, which goes tomorrow at 10 a.m.
We want to work together and make sure that we talk about things that matter.
For Ontario News Now, I'm Lindsay Vanstone.